So in this video, we'll be taking a look at the resource-based delegation attack. This is very similar to the previous delegation attacks. There is only one difference, that is the computer is trust another computer for the resources. So here you have the workstation and there is a fake machine account. Whenever we can write the attribute, this attribute MSDS allowed to act on behalf of other identity for this workstation, then what this workstation thinks is it blindly trusts this computer and gives you the impersonation. You can impersonate as any user to access the services on this workstation. So for that we need to have user should have the right permission on this workstation, and we should have the ability to create a machine account on this domain. By default, that up to 10 computers can be created by normal users. So here you can see the computers. I don't have any other computers. This one is other Windows 7 VM. It's not working right now. So we should have access as a test2 user. So this test2 user is not any administrator. So first we need to verify this attribute for the domain controller MSDS machine account quota. This tells us how many computers accounts we can create on the domain. After that we need to create a fake computer account, and then we need to get the SID of this account, and we need to assign that SID value to this attribute of this workstation. Then this workstation will blindly believe this this computer. So let's go and see. I have already written this. This is very simple, just looping over through the this DC, and then we are just printing this MSDS machine account quota. So let's also create a write the code for create new computer. So it takes domain name and the machine name as parameters. It will return the SID of this newly created computer, because we only want the SID of the newly created computer. So let's say a try and catch block. So we can just directly bind to this computers OU. It will be cn is equals to computers, comma dc is equal to x69, comma dc is equals to local. You can verify this, go into the attribute editor and go for this distinguished name, and here you can see computers x69 local. So you can double click on this and grab the value. So copy this one. So for the most domains, there will be computers OU, or you can just enumerate the OUs using PowerShell and create at that OU. D is equals to new directory entry of, and paste that here. Now we need to add a child to this one, that will be our computer object. So de.children.add. So this will take a string name and schema class name. So this is like a user or the computer. So the string is machine name that will be passing as the second parameter, and the second one is computer. So this will give you the directory entry for the computer object. So it's a computer object. Now we need to set some parameters for this. We need to simulate this one as a computer object. So let's right click on this properties and go to attribute editor and search for user account control. And here you can see we have one value, that is workstation trust account, and the value is 1000 in hexadecimal. So we gonna copy this user account control to this one, computer object dot properties of user account control dot value is equals to 0x1000. Now we need to set the SAM account name, so we can computer object dot properties of SAM account name. Remember, for the computer accounts there should be dollar at the ending. Value is equals to machine name plus dollar. Now we need to commit these changes, otherwise it will not be saved. Now we have committed changes, our computer object will be created. And another thing is we need to set the password for this. So password is must, because we will be creating the hash for this. So let's set the password, computer object dot invoke. So there is a method called set password, and let's say string password is equals to password 2. And then we need to commit the changes again. Now the computer object has been successfully created. We can say created computer account. We can also print the password to the output. So we can copy paste later to the Rubius. And the password we need to now fetch the SID. So we can query the attribute, the object SID. So this will return object SID, object SID of 0, and we need to convert this to byte array. Let's say SID is equals to byte array. So we got this SID, we need to convert this into the string SID that will be returning to the our function. Now we can security identifier of new security identifier, and we need to send this SID. Now we can just print the SID to string. So we can SID is SID dot to string, and we can change this. We can say res is equals to SID dot to string, and we need to return this res, or no need, because we are finally returning at the outside of this catch block. So I think the create new computer will work, and it will return the string of the SID string of the newly created computer. So you can change this to you can divide this domain name to this textextent dc is equal to textextent dc is equal to local, like we did previously. So up to now our code is printing number of computers we can create. It will print 10. So let's go and build this one. And here we can see number of computer accounts we can create are 10. So I got one error whenever I was about to create a computer account using this test2 user. I got this access denied. I don't know what I did wrong. So what I did is I have delegated this control to the test2 user, add this test2 user, and in the next selection you will get this create accounts. Then you can check this and click on OK. Now what we need to do is we need to loop over this computer objects. So this is one is a computer object and this one is computer object. We need to loop over the computer object and see if the current user have the right permissions over this computer or not. So let's do that. So I applied the filter object class is equals to computer and looping all over the search result. So we can say sr2 dot get directory entry. Now we need to get the object security. So this will return the type active directory security. So ADS active directory security. Now we can just get the access control rules. So we need to specify this include inherited and type of NT account. Now the return type is authorization rule collection. Let's say arc. Now in these rules we need to loop over these rules. So for each active directory access rule AR in arc. Now we can normally print the rules, but we need to compare whether with our username. So right, we need to fetch the username that is this program is running under. So we can do that using windows dot windows identity dot get current dot name. So this will give you the string who am I. So who am I represents the current username, or we can just say current user name. So this will gonna return the value like domain name slash the username. We need to cut that domain name dot split. So there will be a backward slash and the second string we need to obtain. So you can put the comment here text69 slash test2. So we are splitting the string by this separator, and this one is the 0 element, this one is first element. So we will get the current username as test2. Now we are going to match this one if of AR dot identity reference. So this identity reference means which object has the access rule on this computer. Dot to string. We need to convert this to lawyer, so it will be very easy to compare. Dot contains. Now we can say current username dot to lawyer. Now there is a match, then we can print this active directory rights. So this will give you the write, read, execute, generic call, etc. Now next one is access control type. This will tell you allow or deny. You can print others as well. So let's build this one. Now if you go and run this, and we can see we got some access rules. Now let's also print out this let's also print out the computer name, that is this sr2 dot path. This will give you the LDAP path. And now we can see we have the write property on this PC, and also we have the write property on this 2016. I have put this write property here, so we can go and right click on this properties and go to security, and I have added this test2 for the read and write access. Now we need to filter among these properties which we have write. So let's say, so in this computer we have some access on this. Now I need to filter some more, that is if ar dot active directory rights dot to lawyer, so to string dot to lawyer, and in this string if I have some generic write, so copy this, or I have generic call, then only print. So then only I am going to print the actual rules. Oh, so this was missing. Now if we go and run this, and here we can see we have the right axis on this Win2016, so which is exactly what we need. Now we have found that on this particular computer we have right axis. So what we are going to do is we are going to create the computers fake computer accounts. So we got a right axis on two computers, so we are going to create two fake computers, or we can also create one fake account as well. We can write the one account's SID to two computers as well. So since we are in this loop, it's better to create two accounts, so it will be very easy to create. So let's create new computer. You can just give some domain name, because we are not using that domain name in that function. And I have written another function that will generate the random string. So here you can see there is a string, and it will each time it will append a new random character from this. So it will just generate the random name. So let's give this get random name, and this will return the string SID, right? String, let's say new SID, and I'm going to print this. Print this new SID. So let's go and build this one. Now if you go and run this, we should see two new computer accounts. Invalid syntax has been specified. Invalid DN syntax. Okay, so I think first let's bind to the DC, and then we can say CN okay, I forgot this one. We need to add this one as Cn is equals to. Sorry for that. Now we are good to go. Now I think we have created two accounts. Here you can see the random names and the password. So the same password. Now we can check that and go and refresh this, and here we can see two computers. Okay, we should system.byte. So we are not printing into the string format. So sorry for this. We need to say si.toString. So si is the string SID. So I'm just printing this to string. This SID, this byte array to string. So that's why we are getting wrong. So let's go and delete these accounts, and let's run this again. And here we can see we got the SIDs and also created the computers. Okay, we one last thing we need to do is we need to assign these SIDs to this the resource computer, that is this Win2016 we can we are creating one fake. Here you can see we have created two computers in a for loop. So in the for loop we are created this SID, and we can just assign this SID to this first one Win2016, and the second one will be assigned to this computer. So we don't need to find for the particular resource as well. So we are printing this new SID. We need to convert this into byte form. So we can use raw security descriptor of. Okay, we need to add this HTTL form. So I copied this from iRed team website. So this if we compare this HTTL syntax, so the first one is the owner. BA stands for built-in administrator. So we are assigning the SID. We are assigning this HTTL form to that particular computer. We are mentioning that the owner is built-in administrator, and the Docker is this. There are 6 entries, and here you can see the each entry. First one is the control type, that is access allowed. Here you can see A for allowed, D for Docker, and second entry is flags, there is no inheritance, and third one is permissions. So you can see these are all the directory service access rights. So you can just see all of these rights, CC, DC, LC, SW, etc. And the last one is should be our SID. So we can just copy this one. We can say string SGDL is equals to, and copy this, and here we need to place our the string SID plus the closing bracket. So we need to send this one, send this AS to this SD parameter. Now we need to get the binary form of this. So we need to create a new byte array. Byte SID is equals to stdl dot new byte array of stdl dot length. So we will be getting the binary format for this one into this bytes ID array. So all you need to do is we need to, where is this computer object? So this one temp is the directory entry. So you can say temp dot properties of. So what is the property we have discussed at the starting? This one, MSDS allowed to act on behalf of other identity. Dot value is equals to bytes ID. Now we can just simply say temp dot commit changes. So you can also clear the value as well using the dot clear function. Now we can just say sw dot write line set SID to the computer. We need to print the computer name so that we don't get any confusion if there are more computers. So first parameter is the SID, that is new SID, comma second one is the temp dot path. So this should give you the data path. So let's build this one, and let's go paste here. Let's delete any computers we have. Now we are good to go. So this script will create new two computers and will assign their seats to the corresponding existing computers that the two user have the right access on. And here you can see the SID has been set to this. Okay, it also set to this computer. Oh, there are other computers as well, so let's delete all of this. So there are two computers, and we have created two another computers, and we have set this SID to this Win2016, and the passwords are password 2. Now if I go and refresh this, we see two computers. And also let's go to Win2016 and attribute editor and search for MSDS allowed to act on behalf of other identity. Now we have seen this binary format. Now the SID was set, and what we need to do is we need to use rubys to get the hash of user, that is what user, this one, British dollar, and the password is password 2, and we get this RC4 hash. So this steps are similar to the previous constrained delegation. So copy this one and ruby s4u. So we are asking the ticket for ourselves on behalf of administrator user. Now copy this, RC4, and the next one is impersonate user as administrator, and MSDS SPN, that is CIFS/ Win2016.tech69.local, and pass the ticket, and you can see ticket successfully imported. Now if I say klist, and here you can see we got the administrator ticket for the service CIFS Win2016. Now we can go ahead and list the contents of C drive. So this is how you can abuse this resource based constrained delegation. If you want, if you think creating too many computers can raise the alert, so you can just give the name to a single constant name. So whenever this function will call second time, you will get the error that the object already exists. So that's why you can create only one computer, but the SID will be assigned to the first computer.